Hey, welcome back guys, it's Esparza at RestoMods and we're on episode 4 of Fix or Pass, where we go through live listings that we find for cars for sale on the internet, mostly project cars, and we review them and tell them whether we think we would fix or pass on the car. And for upcoming episodes, we want you to send in some of the project car listings that you maybe have seen or come across. Put the link in the comments and we'll review some of those too in a future episode. Without further ado, let's get it cracking. Let's jump right in. Very first car, 64 Chevy Dually turbo diesel. This is interesting. So this was posted a few months ago in Riverside County, but this is a live listing on OfferUp. Let's read a little bit about it. 64 Chevy Dually turbo diesel, pink slip, current reg, straight body, and runs good. Very brief description, straight to the point. Let's get some pictures here. Okay, so it's a long bed with a dually conversion. It's kind of cool. It looks like it's in like red oxide primer. Everything's painted, bumpers, grille. It's got some big mirrors set up for towing. Body looks pretty good. These can get pretty rusty. This one looks straight. And it's got, okay, so it did say turbo diesel. This is a Cummins 12 valve. Legendary turbo diesel. You could never get this obviously in this truck. This was out of a Ram, but this is a great engine, especially the way this truck is set up for towing and being a dual rear axle. This is a cool combo right here. Very brief description. I'd probably want a little more info. You can see a little bit that it's got power brakes. The master cylinder has been upgraded. So there's probably a lot more going on with this truck that you need to talk to the seller about or actually go look at it. It's posted for $19,000, so that's decent money, but it's very unique. It's set up the way that somebody would probably do one of their projects if they were looking to tow with it, or you want to put a big camper shell on the back, pretty much anything. These turbo diesels, these 12 valves Cummins are good for anything. They're absolute workhorses, so I would say fix. Sounds like it runs good, so you probably can just do some cosmetic stuff to this as you own it. Let's go with fix on this one. I like this one. Next one coming up. This is Craigslist in the Denver area, a 1962 Lincoln for $12,000. Okay, brief description here. I have a 62 Lincoln, 64,000 original miles. Motor runs very nice. Tranny shifts like it should. Power everything, suicide doors, that's the really cool part about these cars. Originally from California, my friend's brother bought car brand new in 1962. Car have a 430 engine. Okay, so $12,000 is the listing price. It looks like this car had a vinyl top at one point. Kind of an interesting, it like stops halfway through the car there. But it does have a little bit of rust. You can see in here, he didn't really talk about that in the description, but these cars can get rusty. They trap water and moisture, whether they're from California or whatever the case. Interior is all complete. It's got some aftermarket speakers in the package tray there. It's all there though, it looks mostly original. These cars, when you're looking to buy one of these Continentals or any luxury cars from the 60s, you want to buy a complete car because there's a million little trim pieces and chrome parts on these cars that's going to get really hard to find if you don't have it all. And you kind of need an example of where it all goes and everything. These cars get a little complicated as far as all the trim parts involved. There's just more of it. It's a more luxury car, so you're going to have more chrome. Just more luxurious things. This is kind of interesting. I guess it's kind of a Continental kit where there's spare tires in the trunk. Somebody was really living in the lap of luxury in this car. Pretty straight though, pretty clean. Got some rust issues. I think for the price, if this thing's running and driving good, it's all complete. Looks pretty original, low original miles. I would fix this car. 12,000 bucks. Gets you a lot of car. So if you're looking to get something giant, like the biggest car you could probably find, this is it right there. All right, next one. This is more kind of our speed as far as a muscle car goes. 69 Camaro V8 Project Rust Free. This is listed in Fort Myers, Florida. So if you're on the East Coast, you can go look at this car. Let's read about it a little bit. 69 Camaro, he's got the VIN number. No rust, all body work done at a high-end shop, rolling chassis with body, frame off restoration, new rubber mounts, disc brake car, cowl hood, no interior, no engine, no trans, all VIN tags, no title. That might get a little complicated depending on the state. If you have you know, you really know the ins and outs of the registration process in your state, might not be a problem, but something to think about for sure when you're looking at a project like this. I didn't see the listing price. Where are we at here on the price? $14,000, okay. Pretty good deal, actually. $14,000. The title thing could get a little complicated, but if you have a way around that, or you know how to register this car, no big deal. The body looks nice on this car. This, being a 69 Camaro, and if you're looking to get into a big project, you're gonna replace a lot of the trim parts and the interior, do it your way, put an engine and trans that you like in there. But as far as the body work being done, you could easily buy a rusty one, tear it apart, and spend 14 grand in body work to get it this nice. Looks like he's got a lot of parts that go with it. So you're kind of buying a shell, but you get a lot of extras, which is good. So pretty cool car here. All right, 69 Camaro is a good car. At this price, rust-free, I say fix. The only caveat, like I said, look into that title situation, call the guy, talk to him about it. But yeah, definitely fix this car. Really neat car. 69 Camaro is a great looking car. We've done a couple of them as sweeps cars, and they're just bitchin'. I love these cars. Fix. Next one, Plymouth Satellite. This is one's in Texas. 1974 Plymouth Satellite out of Kerrville, Texas. 318 automatic AC, power steering, power brakes, lemon twist yellow, black interior. Kind of a cool color combo, very, very 70s. 102,000 miles, Texas car, all glass intact, has quarter and trunk rust, engine is locked up, missing radiator and hood, great project or race car body, parts car, build that Daisy Duke Roadrunner replica you always wanted. As sold as is, no title, another car with no title, okay. Asking $22.50, so he's very realistic about the price. He kind of starts off listing the good things about the car, but I don't think any of that even applies anymore since since the engine is locked up and, you know, probably the AC doesn't work or anything like that. He's upfront about the rust, which is really cool. This is kind of a unique body style. This is, there's a lot of people that really love this kind of fuselage design. I'm not the hugest fan. This car got pretty big and you know, it just kind of went away from what these cars were on the previous generation. It's hard to beat that. But you can kind of see the rust he was talking about down here in these quarter areas. Very common, almost any muscle car. You really want to look at these quarter areas. This is a roller. So if you're looking for a cheap car, like he said, once somebody says like this is probably good for a race car, that means it's probably too rough to go back to original. You can do it, but you can see even up here in the quarter areas, there's a lot of rust in this car, so if you want to fix this car back to original, you got a long road ahead of you. Looks like having no hood, as it says in the ad, has caused like everything in this engine bay to start rusting as well. Engine's locked up, which means it probably got a bunch of water down the carburetor. Who knows if this engine is even good as a rebuildable core? My guess is no, but you won't know until you take it apart. Other than that, the car is there. This is kind of more like you're buying a shell basically here, which if that's what you're looking for and you like this body style, you want a Plymouth Satellite, this one's pretty cheap out of Texas. I would say pass on this car. You know, I'm not looking to build a race car. You know, if you are, this might be okay for that. But I think you probably want to wait for a car that has a little less rust. However, the price is right. I mean, you can hardly find any muscle car in any shape at that price at this point. So if that's what your budget is and you're okay with this thing being a little rough around the edges, and maybe you have like a good Mopar block sitting somewhere that you can slap in this thing and just go have fun, cool. But if you want to build this thing to a resto mod and go all the way with it, I would say pass. So I'm going to pass on this, our only Mopar for today. So that's it. 4 quick cars, quick and easy. Fix or pass, some cool stuff, some unique stuff. You know, we did a turbo diesel dually truck, we did a Lincoln, and then some cool muscle cars, Plymouth Satellite and 69 Camaro. But we're always looking for other stuff. So like we said, if you have any cool listings that you want us to review, talk about, drop them in the comments, drop a link down there. We will take a look at them and maybe talk about them on a future episode. As always, all these listings are going to be posted in our description, so there's going to be a link there. You guys can go check them out. If you're close to these cars or it's something you've been looking for a long time, get after it. All these listings are live. And stay tuned next week. We're going to bring you more cool cars on Fix or Pass.